Hello Libra, welcome to JilleTarot. I hope you're all doing well. This is your weekly quickie readings for December 7th through December 20th, 2020. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and it's not going to resonate with everyone, so just let your intuition guide you excuse me, to what feels meaningful for you. You could also check out the other signs that make up your chart. Sometimes those readings contain additional messages. And thank you all so much for your awesome support. If this resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. So we're going to do 2 quickie readings in one video. So we're going to start by seeing what the main message is for you for these weeks, Libra. For December 7th through the 20th, 2020, what's the main message for Libra? And we're getting 7 heavenly virtues, the keys to goodness. All right, so it seems like the universe is going to be offering you in these coming weeks the keys to goodness. So let's get the details here about the keys to goodness that the universe is offering you, Libra. And we're getting the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Coins. So this is all about choice, Libra. When it comes to the keys of goodness, there is some sort of burden that you've been carrying around. So, take a look at your life, see what's a heavy burden, what kind of burden that you've kind of been dragging around. We have 2 twos here, which are all about choices. There is a passionate decision you're facing. There is some decision in your tangible world. So it does feel like you're facing a lot of decisions when it comes to your burdens here. We do have the 4 of Wands. This is about a very solid foundation. This is about, maybe some celebrations. But the universe is offering you the keys to goodness. And if you notice, it's interesting in this 2 of Wands card, there's a key right there. So it feels to me like when it comes to your life, whatever has been burdening you, you need to end this burden, to release this burden, to allow this goodness to come in. You need to make a decision, and it feels to me like the decision is based on what you're most passionate about, to bring about, to unlock the goodness, to use the key to unlock the goodness here. It's all about where your passions lie. We have more passion with the 4 of Wands. This is a solid foundation. So once you use this key to unlock the goodness in your life, it's going to release this burden, whatever burden you've been carrying around. And we do have solid foundation. For some of you, this is about the keys to goodness in a committed relationship. Maybe there's been some burdened energy here, but use that key. Let your passion guide you to make this decision. To actually bring about happiness here with this 4 of Wands. And with this 2 of Coins, this is about, you're making a passionate decision, using, you have the keys to goodness, and then you need to make the decision about bringing it into your tangible world here, making it reality with this 2 of Coins. That's a decision that you have to make. So like I said, in this first week, you're going to be facing a lot of decisions when it comes to whatever this heavy burden is you've been carrying around. The keys to goodness are here. You have the keys to goodness. You have the keys to a solid foundation. This, like I said, this could be about whatever this burden is. There is a solid foundation, some very firm ground to grow things from. And then, you're still facing another choice, though, about manifesting this passion, this goodness, bringing it into your physical world. It feels like right now it's just kind of in the ethers. It's, you haven't brought it forth into your physical world, but you're going to be looking at bringing forth your goodness into your tangible physical world here in this first week. But this is, reflect on your life, see what it is that you've been carrying around that's been a heavy burden. Like I said, the universe is telling you, you have the ability, a very solid foundation to build on. And the universe says, we're handing you the keys to goodness. You need to make a passionate decision, and use this key to unlock the goodness, and then build on that solid foundation and bring it forth into your physical, tangible world. So let's see what's going on the second week for you, Libra. And we're getting the King of Swords, the Two of Swords, Judgment, and the Nine of Swords. So we have, this is all about choices. We have 3 2s on the table plus Judgment. This is a major life-changing decision. It feels to me like this is the process. You're facing these little, not necessarily little decisions, but throughout these 2 weeks, you're facing choice points of decisions, passionate decision, a tangible decision, and then we have a mental decision. But it feels to me like making all these decisions actually is going to change your life here with the Judgment card. This can allow a major awakening to birth into your life. This is you with the King of Swords, Libra. This is you being very powerful as you're unlocking the keys to goodness, as you're starting to work through and put down this heavy burden, and you're starting to build on this solid foundation. As you're making these choices, you can gain in your power and your being very balanced, very much self-connected here, Libra, with the King of Swords. But here we go again. You're still facing yet another decision. This feels to me like a decision in truth and clarity. So as the process goes on, you have a passionate decision, you have a decision in your physical world, and then we have a mental decision, a decision in your truth and clarity. That all of these decisions combined, you making the decisions from a very powerful place, is going to allow you to have this major awakening, this major life-changing choice point in your life. We have the Nine of Swords. This can be about, your fears, your doubts, and your worries here. So as you're working through this process, remember to tap into the King of Swords coming from your place of power. It feels to me like, some of you have become quite comfortable carrying around this heavy burden. Sometimes when we do that for a long time, that can feel comfortable to us. And we might have some fears about putting that burden down, about making changes. Any kind of changes, choices, or decisions can bring about fears and doubts. But just know that there is this major awakening. This is going to change your life. These little decisions that you're making is building on this solid foundation for happiness to grow, for you to come into your power here. As you're making these decisions, you're becoming very powerful, very self-connected. And then you have, this major judgment here, a major awakening, a major choice point. It feels like these little decisions is going to change your life, and you have a very solid foundation. The universe is telling you you have the keys to goodness. Just make sure you're making these decisions. Don't let your fears, your doubts, and your worries hold you back from making these decisions, because they can change your life here. And you can go forward from a very, very powerful place with this King of Swords. And for some of you, this is about some sort of committed relationship. But this is a solid foundation for whatever the burden is. So you'll need to identify the heavy burden you've been carrying around in your life that you maybe really deep in your heart of hearts want to let go of. But it's kind of become comfortable to not make any of these decisions, to carry around these burdens, and to actually make the choices is going to, leave you, you're going to be in your fear and your doubts a little bit. So you need to have faith here. Allow this major life-changing energy to come in as you're making these decisions. There's a very solid foundation, and you can be very powerful going forward. There can be a lot of goodness coming into your life, as long as you're taking action and the actions required are making these decisions. Lots of little decisions that leads to the major decision that's going to change your life here with the Judgment card. So it looks like very positive energy. The keys to goodness. The universe is handing you the keys to goodness. So let's see what the best advice is for you, Libra. And we're getting the end of a tough cycle approaches, the full moon in Capricorn. So here we go. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And as that's ending, you're going to need to be making these decisions to grow this solid foundation. We have keys to goodness and the end of a tough cycle approaches, where you're going forward very enlightened. You have this major awakening here. You're very much tapped into your power here, in your truth and clarity going forward. And that changes your whole world. That changes your whole life. That brings about an ending to the burdens, to the tough cycles. You know, this is very positive, life-changing energy here. But like I said, we do have major choices. Not major choices necessarily, well, major choices in baby steps. So as you continue to make these choices, the foundation gets more solid, you know, for you to build on. And as you're building and continue to make these choices, it changes everything. These little choices add up to a major choice that changes your world. Just try to remember not to get all up in your head about fears and doubts. That's going to put off making these decisions, these changes that you need to make. Don't allow your fear to hold you back, because you can be very powerful, very self-connected in bringing about an ending of this tough cycle. Just remember, Libra, that the universe is handing you the keys to goodness. It's on offer here, and the ending of a tough cycle is approaching. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a great couple of weeks. And until next time, I wish you lots of love and many blessings.